Hello, MCHS Marauders Class of 2020. Let me offer you my sincere congratulations on completing your K-12 education and graduating high school. Just because you are not having the typical ceremony does not diminish your accomplishments in any way. Be proud of what you have achieved. You have made this milestone. You are a graduate. Your achievement is exceedingly important no matter how it is celebrated. I want you to know that as I wrote this talk, I have been thinking about you like no other grad class. What you are experiencing now with this COVID-19 pandemic in this remarkable moment in history can't really be fully understood because there's never been anything like it before in anyone's memory, and it's not over yet. I must say, I'm not particularly worried about you in the long run, though. I have always found it interesting that each year, a collective group of 300 or so different students creates that collective personality for a grad class. Some years we worry because a class gives us a run for our money with, let's say, questionable behavior. Other groups are high-strung and anxious and overachievers. But as we've spoken about you in the last 3 years in the office, we have said repeatedly that you are a group of good and decent people. You take care of business with over 95% of you graduating. You have been good citizens of Memorial. Thank you for being you. In the short run, though, please pay attention and follow the recommendations from AHS to protect your own health and the health of the people that you care about. But in the long run, I'm not really fearful for you because, in general, good and decent people are caring and resilient as well. And people like that are thoughtful and have the innate ability to make the best of a tough situation. The COVID thing may seem unending at the moment, though the arrival of summer has sure helped, but I believe you guys will come out of this Memorial strong, Stony strong. As the grad class of 2020, you will be history makers because the history we are making you right now is thrusting you into the spotlight. There have been more graduation events than ever on the news. People are going to speculate about how you are going to go forward in your lives given this pandemic and how it influences you. There is a pretty good chance that some of this attention will go on for quite some time. So let's think about that for a bit. Besides the COVID-19 pandemic, here are just a few of the historical events that have occurred since you started high school. Donald Trump was impeached, not that that seems to matter. Brexit changed the way that much of the world does business. The Canadian energy industry kept our heads spinning with all kinds of pipeline controversy. Prince Harry married Meghan Markle, a celebrity who is part black and divorced. They had a baby, and they gave up their royal status. Now there's a shakeup. Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. The first all-woman spacewalk took place on the International Space Station. Major social movements took hold, including Me Too and Black Lives Matter. LGBTQ rights continue to be acknowledged and legislated around the globe. So much fire. Much of the Amazon rainforest burned, over 100 people were killed in the California fires, and the Australian brush fires killed over 1 million animals. Environmental awareness made notable gains through youth protests inspired by Greta Thunberg. The Raptors won the NBA championships, and the Oilers were on their way to the playoffs this season. And don't forget, Billie Eilish swept the Grammys. So big deal, you say. I'm just a kid from Memorial. Well, you guys have made history in your 3 years here too. Under your watch, MCHS has won 2 Metro Athletic banners for the Unified Games as partner athletes have assisted our law students in participating in high school athletics for the first time ever. A Taste of Memorial was established and has the makings of becoming a delicious long-term tradition. Bikeathon fundraising went through the roof with over $42,000 raised for Shelterbox Canada and the Alberta Cancer Foundation. And under the leadership of the class of 2020, the Winter Formal Dance was held, and it was a great success. I will certainly approve another one and hope that becomes another long tradition. And now, the first time ever, a drive-through grad. Class of 2020, you are showing right now that you are choosing a positive way forward. We took some flack when we announced that drive-through grad, and we weren't entirely surprised, as that was the official word that it wasn't going to be the traditional ceremony that you had been working so hard for the last number of years. However, you showed up. 262 of you showed up. And for those that didn't, we know that a number of them are away right now. From what I can see, from your history as students at MCHS, you have what it takes to get involved and make your world a better place. So I'm getting close to done right now, and I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but just in case, remember to show the gratitude to the people in your life that they deserve. You had a lot of help getting here. Your friends kept things fun and light. Your teachers went the extra mile to get you through the courses with the marks you needed. Mrs. Wendell kicked some of your butts. And your parents and your family have stood by you for 18 or so years to get to this place. Kind words and appreciation to the people in your lives will go a long way to keeping your relationships happy, positive, and productive. Keep yourself humble as you move through your stages in life, and be sure to thank the people who have helped. As your grade 12 year wraps up, you have many people to thank. We have much to be grateful for living where we do. Almost all of you will come to appreciate growing up in an area like Stony Plain and graduating from a high school like Memorial. I'm going to share a quote with you from the Canadian government of all places in their March 2019 demographic data update. Today's youth are unlike any other generation before. They are more diverse, connected, socially engaged, and educated. I believe there are great things in store for you. To the class of 2020, thank you. You have been great role models for our grade 10 and 11 students. You have left wonderful memories for your teachers. All the best.